Good morning, children. In last class, we studied some figure of speech, alliteration, simile, repetition, and all. Today, we'll do one more figure of speech, that is onomatopoeia. After doing this onomatopoeia, we will do rhyme scheme. We will study about rhyme scheme. We'll see what it is. Okay. So let's first do onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia means when poet in a sentence he describes a sound of anything to give poetic effect, then this figure of speech is called onomatopoeia. Example, tick tock moves the time. Tinkling of anklet. So, onomatopoeia is a figure of speech which words evoke the actual sound the thing they refers to or describe. See these examples. Boom of a firework. Mouse crunch its cheese. Ding dong goes the bell. The snake hiss. The words here, like first one, boom, crunch, ding dong, hiss, these words are imitating the sound of firework, mouse eating cheese, the sound of bell, and the snake. So, this is called onomatopoeia. When in your exam they'll give you a sentence that is having figure of speech onomatopoeia. How you are going to answer? You are going to answer like this. You will write the sentence and then you'll write figure of speech onomatopoeia. Explanation: the sound ding dong describes the bell, or the sound ding dong is imitating the bell. Followed? Hope you all are following. You're following or not? Let me see by giving you a small homework. Homework is this: collect 3 examples having onomatopoeia in English. For example, I have given here ding dong goes the bell, like that 3 poems, nursery rhymes. You are having, no? I think you all remember your nursery rhymes. Like that 3 onomatopoeia wala nursery rhymes you will collect. And also in Hindi you can collect 3 songs, or you can write 3 songs का एक एक लाइन लिखना है जिसमें onomatopoeia है. For example, I'll give you, see, recently we all celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi at our own home, staying at home, isn't it? So during that period we sing a bhajan of which is having onomatopoeia. Can you write that bhajan? Which one is that? Just only one line. Okay, just only one line you will write it. And this homework you will do it in your rough notebook and keep it with you. And school will reopen, at that time we will check it. Is that clear? Now we'll move to rhyme scheme. What is this rhyme scheme? Let us see what is this rhyme scheme. Now see, children, what is the difference between poem and prose? Prose means you're having stories, articles, written about something and all. Poem means So sweetly we can read. When we read, one sweet tone or rhythmic manner we get, so that the flow of that reading, we like it, isn't it? So poet decorates these lines with rhyming words to bring the poem into rhythm. Means the poem should flow rhythmically. And how he can do this? By using rhyming words. Poetry is all about rhythm and flow, and rhyme is what gives a poem its rhythm. Rhythm means ek sur mein. Rhyme schemes are the specific patterns. These rhyme schemes, poet uses some specific pattern, and then he makes the poem follows to next line. See, at the end of the each line he uses words which rhymes with the ending word of the next line. So you will see that this rhyming poet uses in some pattern. He uses some pattern or some manner. That is called rhyme scheme. Now in your book, page number 15, it's given. And poet uses a deliberate pattern of lines that rhyme with other lines in the poem or the stanza. This pattern can be identified by giving the rhyming pairs of words and same letter of the alphabet. How? For example, we'll take one example. What example we'll take? Yes, we'll take the example of very famous nursery rhyme, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. You all know, you all very familiar with this poem. You all are very familiar with this poem. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Now, we are not studying about the star. Don't worry, I am not making you to by heart these 4 lines. I have taken this as an example. Now see the last word of first line, star. Second line का last word, ARER. Third line's last word, high. Fourth line, last word, sky, SKY, sky. Now you can find rhyming. First take star. First line, last word is star. You take the star. With this star, which word is rhyming? R. Isn't it? So what you have to do? Star के पास A लिखना है. Okay, A. कैपिटल A लिखो. फिर स्टार, with star which word is rhyming? The second line's last word ARE, R is rhyming. Write A over there. उधर भी A लिखना है. Then you see any other words are rhyming with star or R? नहीं. No. Then go to the next word, high, HIGH, high. With high, the word sky is rhyming. Am I right? Yes. So you will write high के पास B, capital B, because you used capital A over there. Use capital B here also. And high, with high, Sky is rhyming, so write capital B over there. Now what is your rhyme scheme? Rhyme scheme is A, B, B. Your rhyme scheme is A, B, B. Followed all of you? Like this, poet builds the rhyme scheme. This is called pattern of rhyme scheme. Now, this pattern poet he makes in different manner. ये जो rhyme scheme है. Now here we see A, B, B. Like that, some poems may be having A, B, 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 C. ठीक है. फिर next C आएगा तो B, B, A, C. Like that. Otherwise A, B, C and A, B, C. You can use in this rhyme scheme only A, B, C. A, B, C. So you will go with these letters only. You cannot use A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Sare lines you cannot use. Here children, we can use A, B, C, D. These 4 letters only to find the rhyme scheme. We cannot use A, B, C, D, E, F all till Z. We can use only A, B, C, D. Within these letters only rhyme scheme can be found. You can find means we can name it. From this pattern we can find out which pattern of rhyme schemes we need it. Now we'll see our book is in our book. There's a poem The Pilgrim in our English textbook, page number 13. There is a poem The Pilgrim. Let us see the rhyme scheme of this poem. Now see, if you are having textbook with you, open it. A pilgrim going alone highway. What's the last word? Way. See the second line, last word, grey, cold and grey. Then the third line, last word, vast and wide, white. Then fourth line, twilight, dim, dim. And fifth line, hymn. Sixth line, side. Seventh line, tide. So here every two lines is having the same rhyme scheme, but बीच में one word is different. Way, you are putting A now. Put A over there, and then with way WAY, way के साथ which one is rhyming? GRAY, grey. So there also A. Next you take chasm. Sorry, not chasm. WIDE, wide. You put B over there because A we finished. You put B. Now see with wide, any other word is rhyming? The last words of each line you see? Yes. Which line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sixth line. Other side. SIDE, side. So you are going to put B. Then any other word? Yes. Tide. TIDE, tide. There also B. Am I right? Next, what is remaining in that stanza? Dim and hymn is remaining. A over, B over. Now we will use C. Put C where dim के पास. Then dim के साथ which one is rhyming? Hymn. Put C over there. Now what is your rhyme scheme? You see A, B, right? Then C, C, B, P. How? See, A, B, C, C, B, B. What you can see? First two lines same, then fourth and fifth line same, sixth and seventh line same, but बीच में A और C के बीच में B आ गया. So what is the rhyme scheme of this stanza? A B, C C B B. A B, C C B B. This is the rhyme scheme used for this first stanza. Followed? Now you will do the second stanza. Now find out the second stanza's rhyme scheme and write in your notebook. Again, this is one more homework I am giving you. Second stanza rhyme scheme. You'll write second and third stanza. It is also given in your textbook, page number 15, this exercise. Write rhyme scheme of the second stanza and third stanza. We'll do this also in your rough notebook and keep. Followed? Now, this is rhyme scheme. But some poets, they do not use rhyme scheme. There is no rhyme scheme they use, no proper rhyme scheme, no length of poem lines जो कितने भी लंबे हो, कभी लंबे होते कभी छोटे होते लाइन्स का लेंथ, नो और लाइन्स 1 2 3 4 lines, 2 lines, 5 lines. This is also no number. So जो पोएम में ना राइम स्कीम होता है, ना लाइन्स का लेंथ होता है बराबर, ना ही नंबर ऑफ लाइन्स बराबर होता है, poet does not use all these things. The such type of poems are called free verse poem. These are called free verse poem. Like you see, your poem is, there is one poem in our textbook once again, that is last time we did 2.1 vocation. Go through with that poem and see what kind of poem is that. Is that free verse poem? If it is so, poet did not use something. What poet did not use? Some poetic devices he did not use. Poetic devices मतलब poem लिखने के तरीके, कुछ तरीके. Some poetic devices he did not use, like figure of speech. Just now we learned rhyme scheme, all these things. Lines, length of line, these all are poetic devices. So in this vocation poem, poet ने क्या क्या चीज़ यूज़ नहीं किया है poem लिखते समय. This also you'll write in your rough notebook. Okay, anytime I may ask you in a small class test paper all these questions. These questions I may ask in your class test. Anytime if I take class test, at that time I may ask. Okay children, so hope you all followed today's lecture. So we'll meet in next class. Till then, goodbye.